Okay, YouTube, how's it going there? Alright, I'm coming to you guys with another video review. I haven't been able to do any videos for a while due to the fact that I was on a military assignment, so I've been away, been real busy. But last video review I did was of the Smith & Wesson Sigma firearm, and that's when I had first got it, and that was back in December. So as of right now, I've got about roughly 20-some hundred rounds through it, and it still functions flawlessly. No hiccups, no failure feeds, no failure extracts, no problems whatsoever. First things first, as you see, no magazine inside the weapon, no round in the chamber. This weapon's empty. Whenever I pull the trigger, it was pointing in a safe direction. Alright, and as you can see, that's empty also. Alright, on that note, with this weapon, it's a very controversial weapon. A lot of people bash it for its trigger pull, which is slightly heavy, but I think the intent of Smith & Wesson's, I can't speak on their behalf, but I think with my opinion, that the intent of that heavy trigger pull was for it to act as a safety. And like I said, it's a very controversial weapon. Everybody bashes it because of the trigger pull. You can't get light accessories. Well, you can, but you have to buy an adapter. There's no Picatinny rail on it. Blah 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 blah. The weapon works. Like I said, it functions flawlessly. It is a very slim profile weapon. It is great for concealed carry. Every time I pull the trigger on it, it goes bang. A lot of the reviews that I've seen on this weapon are usually good reviews. The only thing I ever hear is about the trigger. But about this weapon, one thing that makes it hard is I have not seen a lot of holsters for this weapon. So, which makes it, a little hard to find holsters for concealed carry or sporting use, like I said, because there's not a lot out there. So you really have to search. And one holster that I did end up finding was this sw40ve HK1, and this is a left-handed paddle holster. And then, like I said, it's made by sw40ve. It ran me about $39 I think online. Took about a week to ship, and I got it. This holster is actually made for a H&K USP 9mm or 40, but for some reason it fits the Smith & Wesson Sigma. Now let's go ahead and see how it fits inside here so I can show you guys. Now if you listen, it's got some great retention to it. It actually snaps in there, if you heard that, and it locks it into place. I mean, I wear this thing and it doesn't go nowhere. It's not going. You can shake it, pull it, tug it. In order to get this weapon out, you actually have to get a good combat grip on it, and really, I'm trying to do this with one hand, really tug to get it out. Then it'll pop right out. And the retention is back here on this, right there under the trigger guard. It pretty much snaps around it, and then that's where all your retention is coming from. There's no retention adjustment tools or anything like that you can use to make it tighter. It's just, like I said, that snap around the trigger guard. Let's talk comfortability. This weapon is very comfortable inside this holster. When it's on the holster and it's on my body, it is very, very, very extremely comfortable. I really do not have a complaint about it, other than I think this holster is pretty much it's made for you to use a cover garment for it. Because if you place a t-shirt or something like that over it, I mean, it prints a lot. Like I said, this holster is not slim at all. So, and at that, it's a paddle holster, so the weapon actually sits outside the waistband. So it's not made for, us guys. Well, I like tight t-shirts, so you like tight t-shirts and stuff like that. It's definitely not the holster for you because it will print. But I also find myself during the summertime wearing like loose garments, like cover shirts, like polos that button up and stuff like that, and that's where this fits in great at. I mean, you put this thing on your hip, place a t-shirt on, then a cover garment for it, and you just go. I mean, it sits perfectly. You can't even tell you have it on. Inside a vehicle, when I sit down, I mean, it sits perfect. It's actually got two ways to can it. When you put it inside your pants, I wish I can show you. You can put it in straight drop like that, or you can add a little rotation to it, and it'll still sit perfectly on your thigh with this paddle. But it'll add a cant to the weapon forward, and that's how I tend to wear it. I cant it forward, and it makes for an easier draw for me. Like I said, for the price, this holster is outstanding, and for the weapon, there's not a lot of holsters out there other than universal holsters like belt clip holsters and all that nylon stuff, which I am not a fan of. I own a nylon holster, but I use that for actually that's for my car. I conceal carry with it inside the vehicle, but that's a whole other subject. But on the body, this is an outstanding weapon holster. This is an outstanding holster for this weapon. Another thing is, if you have public carry in your state where you can openly carry, this is another great. This is in the state of Ohio where I live at. We actually have that option to carry openly like that. And like I said, this is just a all-out great holster. I actually plan on when I start the academy in less than a month now, the police academy. I actually intend on getting another holster for my Glock 17 that I have to get, and the holster that I'm going to choose is going to be this sw40ve holster, something similar to this paddle holster. Once again, I can't stress enough that for the price, this is an outstanding holster. So for all you guys out there that own the Smith & Wesson Sigma, either the 9 or the 40 caliber, they make this for a 9 and a 40 caliber. If you're looking for a great, like I said, paddle holster or something like that, just anything, you know, place this beautiful weapon in and get out there and carry, check this out. It's a great option for winter. It makes great because you can put on a big coat and it's outside the waistband. And you can put it on and go. Summertime, like I said, a nice little cover garment, and you're still good to go. It is a outstanding holster. I'm very, 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 very satisfied. I was a little skeptical at first when I brought it, and you know, it got here, and I absolutely love it. It's got, if we can get a little closer to it, it's got like, you know, a nice cut groove right here. I don't know what that's for. I don't know if that's for indexing, but it's got a nice little finger here, so you can index your finger on the holster. And what I like about it is, let's try to get this weapon out again, is when you pull the weapon out, as soon as you draw, your finger naturally with that cut lands indexed on the firearm and not inside the trigger guard or nothing like that. So it's not like any of the Serpers where you have to press and that, you know, I don't like all that. I pull this weapon out and it fingers indexed perfectly right there, and when I'm ready to fire, slack up, boom, and I'm ready to pull the trigger. God forbid I have to. Like I said, for this weapon, this holster is outstanding. Once again, if you're looking for a good paddle holster or outside the waistband Kydex holster, this would be the way to go for this weapon, I should say. For the Sigma, great holster. It's the sw40ve HK1. I'm going to try to get a video to you guys so you guys can see how it actually sits on my body. So as soon as I can do that, I'll get that out to you guys. But other than that, guys, stay out there, stay safe,